Hello, and welcome to day 75 of my video blog diary. I am here on typical American campus while my master is out wreaking havoc on streets of Spokane. Let's see if I can find typical American student studying and we can learn about what they are reading. Oh, there's one now. Let's go have a look. Hello there.
Oh, hey Behemoth. How are you doing? I heard you were in the area when keeping up on your video blogs.
Oh, really?
You're looking a little small there.
Oh, yes, I've lost a little weight. I used to be as big as a hog, you know.
Yeah, well, it looks good. You look good.
So what are you working on?
Oh, I'm working on a midterm for my intro to fiction class.
Oh, what's that about?
It's about love. All the books that we've been reading are so depressing on it. Nobody loves the person that they're married to, and if they are married, they're having affairs, and if they're not having an affair, they're miserable in their relationship, and I don't know, it's just really depressing, and it's pissing me off on love.
Can you give me an example?
Yeah. Okay, so in the Golden Notebook, Doris Lessing says on page 529, "It is possible that in order to keep love, feeling, and tenderness alive, it will be necessary to feel these emotions ambiguously, even for what is false and debased, a shadow in the willed imagination only." So basically, Doris Lessing is saying that there's no such thing as love, and people just kid or trick themselves into thinking that there is love to make ourselves feel better about it.
That makes sense when you think about the relationships that are within the book.
Well, right. I mean, all of Anna's affairs have this sort of fleeting passion. I mean, if you look at the ones with Saul, with Michael, with Paul, all of them just have this, like, it's really, really passionate in the beginning and then it just fizzles out. And even further than that, all of the marriages shown in this book are completely void of passion and love. They're just these empty unions that don't mean anything.
You're right. It's very depressing.
Yeah. And Kaczynski even says worse things about love. I've never even heard love described like this. On page 165, it says, "So that was what love was. Savage as a bull prodded with a spike, brutal, smelly, sweaty. This love was like a brawl in which man and woman wrestled pleasure from each other, fighting, incapable of thought, half-stunned, wheezing, less than human."
Oh my.
Yeah. I mean, how can you be excited about love when you have to read something like that? And in Rashomon, in the last section, Akutagawa talks about his own life, and on page 186, he describes himself as a bad husband, and he talks about how unhappy he is, and I mean, this loveless marriage that he's in, eventually, you know, he ends up killing himself, and he's not happy. So how can love be a good thing if all of these authors talk about it in such a negative way?
Well, not all of these authors seem so negative.
What do you mean?
Well, let me get my reference material and I will show you. "Their eyes were watching God" seems to have a very different perspective on love. Let me read you a quote from page 191. "They're going to make migration 'cause my love didn't work like they love, if they ever had any. Then you must tell them that love ain't something like a grindstone. That's the same thing everywhere and do the same thing to everything it touch. Love is like the sea. It's a moving thing, but still and all, it takes its shape from the shore it meets, and is different with every shore." So, although love is sometimes not what we expect, that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. And we can see that even at the end of the book, although Tea Cake has passed away, she is still in love with him, and she says that as long as she is alive, he will still be with her.
All right.
And I see you are also reading my personal favorite book, The Master and Margarita.
Oh.
Hey, are you texting?
Yeah.
No texting. I will rip your head off.
You sound like my fiction teacher.
Anyway, like I was saying, in The Master and Margarita, we see two characters that meet on the street, and although they are both married to other people, they experience an enduring love that they end up sacrificing everything to preserve. This is kind of an uplifting message, yes?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
So does that give you some interesting things to put in your midterm?
Well, I mean, yeah, it definitely does. Learning about or hearing this other side again just, I guess, reinforces that there's some hope for love and humankind.
Alright, well that's very wonderful. Anyway, that is enough for today's video blog. I think that this was pretty boring.
Hey!
Sorry, but it was. Anyway, I've got a bus to catch, so I've got to go. See you later. Okay, now I'm waiting patiently for the bus. And of course I'm ready to pay my fare. Hopefully there will be no problems. Okay, thanks for watching, bloggers, and stay tuned for day 76.